What's good, YouTube? We about to go to the gym today. It is 7 a.m. It was like 6 something. I got up like around 6:50 or 6:30. 7 a.m. About to go turn that treadmill up on the incline. About to go lift some weights, pump some iron. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am on a little bit of creatine, not right now, but I do take a little bit of creatine, one little scoop. That motorcycle was loud. One little scoop. But yeah, if you guys want to follow along, I'll turn my treadmill, I put it on an incline, and I keep it between 3 and 9. And then my speed, I keep it between 3 and 4. 4 being the fastest, and that's kind of hard to walk while like not holding on to the railing. And you want to not hold on to the railing while you're walking. You want to burn as much cardio, as much fat as you want. Damn. Lost my voice for a second. You want to burn as much calories and burn as much fat as you need. You do not want to be hanging on the machines. You don't want to put like half your body weight on the machine or anything. You want to walk without the use of the machine handlebars. Because when you're walking up these hills and when you're walking up mountains and stuff, yeah, sometimes hikers got the little thing, the little stick, you know. But these motorcycles. But yeah, you know, like we ain't got no railings to walk. We walking upstairs with railings and stuff, yeah, but not no hills or no mountains and stuff. So let's go get that cardio, no cheating. Oh shit. Still not in the gym attire. Well, hopefully I can teleport to the gym at the same time. Okay. At the gym, let's get it. Today we will start off on an incline of 3.5 and speed of 3, and then we will gradually bump it as I feel like it'll get easier for me. Or if I feel like my legs are just killing me, I might even just lower the incline, but I'm gonna still try to keep the incline up like around 8, 9, and the speed like between 3 and 4. No hands on this, I gotta talk to you guys about. No hands on these, no hands on these. We're walking straight up like this. Alright? Today I'm gonna do motivational videos. Hopefully the other one didn't get marked because I had some music in some of the clips. Alright, let's get that incline going first real quick.
Past gone and essentially meaningless. Yet the provider of our identity still rules us. Our sense of who we are comes from our collection of past memories. That imaginary world of yesterday, like the elephant tied to its chair with no rope. It hasn't realized it's strong enough to break free. It doesn't know that what you find him is not the rope, but acceptance of a lie. And that's what the past, that's what identity is, a lie. We are not yesterday, we are right now. And from the trivial things to the significant things, we get wrapped up in that lie. We overlook the gift of control we have over our future. What does it mean to say, I'm not a morning person? That in your past you had to condition yourself going over? Okay. What does it mean to say, oh, I let people walk all over me? That in your past you didn't stand up for yourself? What does it mean to say I'm awkward or shy?
He was alone and desperate. But so great was his fear of Liang that he dared not risk finding out. Such is the power of reputation. It can put a vast army on the defensive, even force them into retreat without a single arrow being fired. Keys to power.
Struggle with writing or running or public speaking, so maybe it's it. What does that have to do with right now? What does that have to do with realizing the control you have over your life? Because simply realizing you can disconnect from these narratives, that they are not you, is a superpower. Realizing that calling yourself a bad student because you failed a test, it's like never taking off your raincoat because it rained yesterday. It's like, no, the sun is out, adapt. And once you realize right now is the start making little changes. Identify not who you were, but who you love, and move toward it. Read the power of habit and atomic habits so you can understand change isn't crazy or big or scary. It's moving little things in your life around so that they work for you, not against you. Start waking up and thinking about not what has happened, but what can happen, not what can go wrong, but what can go right. You are always one decision away from a totally different life, because you're always one decision away from change, from walking away from the narratives that you have accepted. And so remember that. But remember it not just when things are fine. Remember it when you're struggling, when you feel restless or uneasy, unsure, uninspired, sad, angry, not content with the reflection in the mirror. When you feel that negativity, you're not looking at what can be, you're looking at what you have been. And there's no room at the table for that distraction. Now we'll start building something new. Not when you can put on a new pair of shoes and walk down a different path. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. And that decision should be first and foremost to choose future over past. Your next step over the last one. Choose your ideal world and start building. There was a point a handful of years back where I had one of the most important breakthroughs in my life. And I've talked about this with people close to me, family, friends, clients, business associates, and it seems like there's a commonality amongst all of us. It may be, depending on the person, that happened in different ways, certainly at different times. But everyone, at one point or another, comes face to face with the realization that they have a tremendous amount of control. And it's at that moment where one becomes empowered. It's like you realize you have the key to the cell you've been locked in this whole time. And at that moment, one is prompted to ask, well, why not start living like it? You know, there will always be responsibility and sacrifice in life. But that awareness makes one ask, well, what am I sacrificing for? Where am I going? Am I spending time with people that lift me up? Am I doing things that contribute to a greater vision? And perhaps most importantly, am I even living a life that is true to myself? Because I'll tell you something, our time here flies by. Not only will next month, next year, next decade be here before you know it, but it's not even guaranteed. And if one doesn't take the time to look in the mirror and ask the tough questions, life will keep on ticking. Time will not stop. No one's going to walk up to you and point out the fact that you're just going through the motions here. No, that one's on you. You have to see that this world can become what you decide it will be. That you were presented the tools, but tools require an architect and a creator. Tools require someone and see what is not yet there to pick them up and build. And so maybe this is the time for you to ask, what am I doing? Where am I going? When my day starts, both feet hit the ground and I walk out the door, what am I moving towards? Maybe today you realize that there are parts of your life that don't need to be there, that you can cut away. People that don't deserve your time, that don't elevate you or contribute to your well-being. Maybe
is a treasure to be carefully collected and hoarded. Especially when you are first establishing it, you must protect it strictly, anticipating all attacks on it.
If you're not happy about it, how about doing something to change it? There is nothing in your life that can't be adjusted or altered. Just like yesterday is now a story, so is the idea that you are confined to a specific set of parameters. Break down those walls. See things not as they are, but as they can be if you have the courage to walk away from old stories and characters. What if today you created a new ending? One that lights you up in the morning, contributes to your sense of purpose when you close your eyes at night. Again, remember, no one will come up and hand that to you. No one will let you know you're selling yourself short. That transformation must be internally prompted. And so I hope you'll ask. I hope you'll ask the questions that you've been neglecting for far too long. I hope today can be the first page in an entirely new chapter. A chapter in a story that is truly and entirely yours. In John Maxwell's book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, he talks about momentum and how the saying, if you can't take the heat, then get out of the kitchen, doesn't quite get right. Advocating that it should instead be, if you can't.
If you try to do it all on your own, you run yourself ragged, waste energy, and burn yourself out. It is far better to conserve your forces, pounce on the work.
Create the heat, then get out of it. And meaning we are all leaders in our own lives. I think he hits on something that none of us should overlook. The power of momentum, of not waiting but creating. Reminding ourselves that we are not spectators, sitting in the stands and simply reacting to or complaining about the events taking place as well. No, we have the ability to change the things we do not like and create the ones that don't yet exist when we know they should. Too much of the time we react to that metaphorical heat in the kitchen and shows, forgetting that we can dial it up or down. We're not only characters that have been created, we are ourselves creators. I talk a lot about mental shifts that have changed my life, and there are plenty. But perhaps the most important was the realization that I can do something about the things I don't like. And I know that sounds simple, probably even obvious. But I look back at various stages of my life and I'm blown away by the amount of things I tolerated for years, simply because I gave it no thought. There were so many questions that I never asked, so many opportunities I never explored. Until I realized, hey, you can stop accepting those things you don't want. It's amazing the power of a simple bliss that was created. Two columns. Left side, all the things that bothered me, that I wasn't happy with, or that I knew should be there that I was lacking. And then on the right column, what I'm going to do about it. Every single item. Each one. What's the step I'm going to do? And I just pour my heart onto that paper as like you look down and feel like you have finally moved into the driver's seat. There's something incredible about knowing that you have taken control, something satisfying, knowing that you're not just accepting what falls out of the sky and lands in your hand. And especially since we seem to have this proclivity to box ourselves in. Human beings are amazing.
I'm on the incline of 8 with the speed of 3.8. My heart is racing. Kind of a little out of breath when I talk, but I mainly be on this thing without talking. It's been 14 minutes. Let's see. Whew. Sweat is going good. Can't really show you guys. I don't want to give you my ties and stuff, but the sweat is going good. Let's get back to the video.
Open the door and step out into the world of potential that awaits. On that long drive, in the middle of the night with headlights and endless road in front of me, everything I knew in the rearview mirror, I learned the value of making a difficult decision. During the times of disappointment, being let down by the ones I counted on, I believed in, I learned the importance of loyalty. The power of being there for those who need the most to me. Through the failures, the stress, the uncertainty, I learned that life goes on. That when you allow yourself to fall, you build an immunity to the fear associated with hitting the ground. You get back up.
Far away, he can sense the island of Toba, not far from Costa. He does not feel the strings that pull him, just as Napoleon
His priorities were misaligned. We worried about things that didn't matter. Allowed our decisions to be guided by variables that were irrelevant. And that's the beauty of risk. It escalates this realization. Pushes further and further past the little things that mean less and less with each step taken. Your mistakes will not matter. Now, showing up means many different things to many different people.
All right, 30 minutes over. Doing my 1 minute cool down. I didn't take no breaks. I didn't even drink water. Give me some water when I got off this machine. Sheesh. This is probably the end of my video. Honestly, I've been cutting my clips of my exercise throughout the videos, so that way y'all don't just watch me walking for 30 minutes. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment if you guys tell me something, and subscribe. We out of here. I'm gonna show you all the treadmill real quick.